Hi everyone. I know, long time no see. um, where do I begin? Today is my hmm 5 year 5 year surgiversary. I have been having a tough time kind of this year. But we make it through. Lots of people have, especially with the pandemic. Um, I the pandemic hasn't been so much of a big deal, I guess, for me. Um, yeah, yes, I probably have said this before. I always have struggled with weight loss. We all have, but and with health issues. Let me start back at the beginning. 2016, August 16th, I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy in Yakima, Washington, with Dr. Wanda Good. I started. Oh, I don't even know if I remember my starting things. I think I started at 290, 294, 298, something like that. And it took me about at least 2 years to get to my average weight. I last year I did finally kind of start out the year trying to get back on track, and I got to my very lowest at 201. But I usually stick around between 210 and 220, which um, everybody wants to get down to that perfect weight. But when I was just recently thought, I'm going to look at the statistics, and really the statistics show that you will lose approximately 60% of your excess body weight. And I'm pretty close to that, so really we want to, our ideal is to lose 100% of our ideal excess body weight. But I don't know if that's realistic. Um, because life happens. And like I said, it took me about 2 years to get to that between 210, 220, where that's where my body wanted to be. And like I say, I worked really hard last year and did get down to 201. I have never got to Wonderland, but I don't know if everybody will always do that. Like I said, this year has been particularly hard for me. I know last year, or recently, before, I've told you that my mom had a stroke last year in February, right before her birthday, and she has just continued to go down from there. I do not live close to her. I have to It takes me 10 to 12 hours depending on road, because all stops, whatever. But let's say 11 hours to drive to where she is in Montana. I'm in Washington State to go see her. And of course, I refuse to drive there in the winter through the mountain passes and stuff. So I only usually go in the summer if I'm going to drive over. I have taken the train before, but that has also been hindered by snow and winter weather before too. So it's just hard to do that. But I did recently go see her again, and my brothers, they live there. That live there. In December, she had gotten to where she could not be left alone anymore, so they put her in assisted living. So I had not got to see her. I had been to see her last August last year, and then it had been, and I think I had told you about things with that. But anyway, that was the last time I'd seen her. So anyway, she is living. She struggles with so much, and she wants to be home so bad. And we all want her to be home, and she's only, um, she is only 76. She turned 76 this year. And to me, that's still not really old yet. And I realized that I tried to get my brother after she had her stroke and she went home and stuff. I'm like, you know, why don't you ride the train out with Mom and she can come stay with me for as long as she wants, and then I will take her home. And she didn't want to do that, and I realized then that my mom will never come to visit me ever again, and she will be where she is, you know. So we need to enjoy our lives and appreciate what we have at the time, because you never know, in an instant it changes. I know I talked to you last August, and I know I have since then with my grandson making, I don't know what we made, brownies or something. Anyway, but in September last year, I've all my life, just to a side note, have suffered from migraines. But just periodically, and excuse the garbage truck, it's garbage truck day, so you'll hear them. Sorry. Anyway, where was I? Oh, so in September, I started, and if I get bad ones, they can last 3 weeks. You know, every day for about 3 weeks, and then they'll subside, and it'll be several months usually before I have more. Well, in September, I started having migraines every day, and it kept going month after month, and after a month, and I finally went to the doctor after about 3 or 4 months, and you know, we tried, they did scans, I couldn't see anything. I guess I'm empty-headed. Different medications, I was still having headaches. They were just trying to get something to help try to ease them and stuff, and I don't know what was causing them. I am intelligent enough to know how to figure out, okay, what have I done different? Have I taken any new medications? All those kinds of stuff. Anyway, remember that. So finally I was referred to, and apparently neurologists are few and far between. So anyway, I was referred to one here, and of course it was pandemic time. And I had said to my doctor, I said, can you at least get me to one to do online or whatever? So the ones here, I did that with one of their helpers, you know, not the real doctor. Anyway, so she would try different medications with me, talk to me and stuff, and they're like, you need to figure out, you know, what you're doing different, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I said, yes, I know, yes, I've tried, I've checked everything. Then every time they say that, oh, you know, what's different, you know. I said, all I want to do is figure out what's wrong so I don't have to take another medication. One day I will do a video to show you how many medications I take, because I have a whole list. And so finally we got to this one medication that I didn't have any bad side effects, because the rest of them were giving me bad side effects. And so she said, okay, since it's not giving you bad side effects, we can increase it and see if that helps. Well, we did twice, and finally I'm to the point now where I'm back to pretty much normal. I have an occasional headache. I haven't had the stretches, but who knows? It's only I mean, what is it, August already? So it's almost been a year since I started those headaches, and I finally stopped having those headaches in March. So March, April, May, June, July, August. So it's only been 5 months. It could anytime have a stretch of headaches, which I have lived with anyway. So knock on wood, those are taken care of. As many of you know or heard, or maybe of you experience, us here in the Pacific West, West Coast, Western states, live with fire danger and high heat. And as you can hear, I have been suffering from the smoke and fires. We've even had ash falling down around here. We were dealing with triple-digit numbers and total sky field. You can't see even across the street hardly. But I did open. That's why you could hear the garbage truck. I did open the doors this morning because it's in the 60s, which is coolish, and I can see blue sky and clouds, which I haven't been able to. So I'm taking advantage of that. Even though I can still smell smoke. But I can still smell it in the house. But I can see the sky, so I know it's better. It still says that the air quality is moderate, or anyway, not supposed to be. I suffer from severe chronic asthma. Anyway, so that's that. Oh, isn't that all good news? I apologize. I was going to get on the scale, but like I say, I usually stay between the 210 and 220. I think I'm up a little bit from that because I've just been going through all the things, with my mom and trying to breathe and all these things. But I'm alive, and I'm able to spend time with my grandchildren and my son and his family. They were able to even make a trip to Montana, which they haven't done in years, for like 4 years or something. And my grandkids are 6 and 8, so they were just tiny when they were able to go last. So that was awesome. I got to see my mom. Anyway, and I've just made it my goal. I told my brother that I stay with when I go there, which is my mom's house anyway, that, when my dad passed away, which is, 7 years ago now, I regret not being able to see him more often, but it was definitely unexpected that he was going to pass. But he was deteriorating, and, I regret that I did not take the time more to go see him in Montana too. And so I made it my mission, I guess, to be more diligent about that and taking the time to see my mom and family, his family in general, and to spend more time with them, other than my son and my grandkids, which is my family, of course. But I have aunts. I have one more uncle, and I have some aunts that aren't doing well, but they're all, they're passing, and I just. Also, I was going to say, my birthday 5 years ago, birthday present was to get my weight loss surgery, and so I just had my birthday last week and turned 60. So I'm getting up there, and I do suffer from a lot of health issues, and because I had my weight loss surgery, I know I'm doing better. I mean, I still have troubles, but not nearly what I would do. My doctors at the time, they were saying there was nothing else we could do for you, We have done everything we can. I'm going to ignore that. Everything we can to help you, and so you know, you need to lose. Of course, you know, you hear your whole life that you need to lose weight, need to lose weight, you know, and that's why, you know, we go with the weight loss surgery. So anyway, so definitely losing all the weight, you know, what was it, 80 pounds or whatever, 80 to 70, 80 pounds, which is a huge, a lot of weight. And so it definitely makes a difference. And I did, like anybody, I'd like to lose more, but I'll take what I can get and be grateful for it. You know, instead of complaining, I'm not going to complain, because I am grateful that I'm not 300 plus now, you know, because that's where I would be. I would probably be, you know, 5 years later, you know, I'd probably be 350 or more something, you know. And for that, I am grateful that I'm not there. I'm grateful that I am where I am now, that I'm able to do what I am, you know, even though I can't breathe sometimes and stuff like that. I am still better than I was, you know, and I'm grateful for that, so grateful. I'm grateful for each and every one of you, because you help me continue. I watch the videos, I watch to see what you're doing, and I appreciate it so much. It helps me continue on, even though I'm not very good at coming on here, and I apologize for that. I just I struggle with the motivation, you know, but I think I'll leave it at that, and encourage each and every one of you to continue on. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for family. Be grateful for friends. I know Vanessa had just said that about friends too, and Corrine had just talked about with her family too, how grateful she is just for all the things she is. I mean, so many of you have talked about that, and I just want to reiterate it and continue with that thought, that be grateful for what we have, you know, and for yourself and where you are, you know. Be grateful for that, because you could be back where you were before. If you hadn't had the surgery, you would be still there or higher. So be grateful for where you are and what you're doing now. And you guys all have a great day. I love you all. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.